All right, what is going on, guys? It is your boy CZFX back at it with another video. This video, we're going to go over the fact that I just passed two 200K phase one evaluations on my Forex funds. So I passed two 200K accounts. Let's get straight into it. All right, so here you guys see, and again, sorry for this, like my headphones broke, so it's just I'm going through it right now. But so this is one of the accounts, the 200K accounts. I passed in 2 trading days. So here goes one of them. This is one of them. And I went about them completely different. This is more like a higher risk one. Just risk like higher amount and just really just traded like a session, just passed in like one session. Took like a 4% loss, 4.5% loss one day. And like this was a high risk. This is high risk. I went about this 200K account with high risk. I really just didn't care. I was just kind of like less emotion. I'm kind of at the point now where I'm just kind of not too worried about taking it slow on the phase one. On the phase two, I take it slow, but the phase one, I like to be a little bit more aggressive so I can get them out the way. And I ended up having like a 25K day the next day, ended up trading like 4% risk. Had like a really good stop loss and caught like a huge move on GU. And I'm going to be showing you the trade that I did pass the accounts on. And this was one of the accounts. The other account was a little bit less aggressive, but I still was kind of still aggressive, I think. I mean, I was risking like 1%, but I caught like huge trades. This trade, well, I guess it wasn't really that aggressive. 1% isn't that aggressive. But this account I passed to, and again, as you can see right here, it says passed. And right here it says passed. 2 trading days. This account, it took the first day I made $12,162. The second day I made about $4,000. And yeah, you know, I went about them separately. I didn't trade them the same time, the same way, because I got the accounts like a day after each other. So went about them kind of a little different, but towards the end, I kind of went about them the same. This day, last night, I made like $4,000 in this account on this one, and then I made like 25K in the other one. Just completely different risk, and like I just didn't need to risk so much on the other account, this account, than I did the other account, because the other account was a drawdown. This account was positive 12K, so I'm not going to expose myself to like extreme risk for no reason. So yeah, I mean, just straight uptrend. This one was like a little dip and then it went up, but yeah, I mean, there's not much else. So with that, so I'm gonna close out this tab, and then you guys can see the accounts: 216,000, 216,000. And then for the phase two, I just gotta wait the 5 days, and after that, how I'm gonna go about the phase two is that I'm gonna be risking 0.5%, and I have 2 months, so like I'm not gonna be worrying about how fast I do it. I'm just gonna take my time, and however long it takes is however long it takes. But this was a trade that I passed the trade on. This was the GJ trade. I took like, it was just amazing, man. It was just creating higher lows, higher lows, higher lows, higher lows. Price was ejecting off this structure. We had like this structure where price was creating this downtrend. And then if you look at it on like, you believe the 30-minute, you had like, I believe like divergence. Like price was literally creating like divergence. So you have a higher low, but you have price creating a lower low. So I'm like, okay, price is diverging. So I'm like, okay, price is showing that price is really ready to push up. You know what I'm saying? There's a potential push here. Price is, you know, giving me that price could potentially go higher. Price was giving me hidden divergence. You know what I'm saying? So I was looking at that and I was like, okay, price created this new high, right? Cleared above these highs, pushed down to create that higher low, right? Made this hidden divergence. So what I did was I went on a 3-minute time frame. I seen what was happening on the higher time frames, but I went down on a 3-minute time frame and see if we had confluence. And guess what we did? So what I did was I seen that price was creating this minor time frame, lower high structure, just lower minor time frame downtrend. But what happened was price ended up clearing it. Price ended up creating that new high right at this point right here. Price created that new high, breaking the minor time frame structure and being in confluence with what I was seeing on the higher time frames. That is very important, because when you see that the minor time frames finally get in confluence with the higher time frames, you can start to see certain opportunities and patterns so you can start to get in. You can scale in with like a higher amount of risk, because the risk is kind of essentially almost mitigated the fact that the higher time frames and the lower time frame of the confluence, and this was just the case. You see that in 3 minute time frame, we were trading above the 50 SMA. We had the crossover, and the entire time price was creating lower highs and lower highs. We didn't have a crossover at this point. We did, because price created this new high right here. It came down, created this higher low, but then again, we created a new high. So when price came around this area right here, I got into the market. We had a little bit of drawdown, nothing crazy though. It's just respecting market structure. And price ended up taking off right around London session. As soon as London session hit, price completely flew and blew up. And then price came back to entry. And I was up a good amount. Could have almost passed at this point, but that wasn't enough. So I just held my entry. And that's where psychology comes into play. As long as you trust your analysis, you trust what you see in the market, everything should work out. Even if the trade doesn't win, you're going to be profitable because you trust in your plan, not the setup. So worst case scenario, I didn't win the trade, but I was going to close my trade out based off just how the market was moving. Because at the end of the day, I can't control how the markets move. You know what I'm saying? I can just give a high probability where I see price going. Price ended up flying, hit all my targets. I ended up closing out right about here because I didn't need to go higher. Like, I don't get any monetary gain from holding it past the target, and ended up passing the account. And yeah, so that's 400K funded right there. Not 400K funded, but 400K passed for phase one. I still got to do phase two. And I got to make 5% on that. It's going to take my time. I have 2 months to pass those, so I'm not going to rush it. I mean, I doubt it's going to take 2 months, if not a month. But if it takes 2 or 3 weeks, so be it. But yeah, man, just wanted to show you guys this video past this 200K account. Stay tuned for more content. If you like, comment, subscribe. Stay tuned for more videos.